morning, day 60, heading north out of Rutland, Vermont. Just left the Yellow Deli, managed by a group called the 12 Tribes. Perhaps some of the nicest people you'll ever want to meet. Very helpful, always asking if they could do more for you. Provided a great hostel, soft bed, clean sheets, warm shower, good food, good companionship, conversation. And there are probably 10 to 15 hikers there probably at any one time. But again, thank you very much to that group for their hospitality. So just past the junction where the Long Trail splits off from the AT, called Main Junction, and the goal for today is 18 miles to I know there's a tower there and kind of a warden's cabin or something like that. But I've mapped out my next roughly 10 days, 10-12 days, in order to get to into the Whites. I've mentioned that I've got a reservation that starts on the 9th of July, and I've been working to make that happen. Get to the right places. I've got about 100 miles before a hostel, which I'll receive a package, which my wife is kind enough to mail to me, which will allow me to swap some lighter equipment for my existing equipment. So that'll be very good. And then I'll start the adventure on the Whites. I looked at the profile earlier today. They're scary. I hope I'm up for that challenge. But in the meantime, I need to get there and stay healthy, such that I can give that my best shot. So again, good morning. I think today's the 28th of June, and heading north. More to come. Oh, I forgot. I want to wish my son a happy birthday. Let's see. 28? My gosh. And many more. So, I hope you're enjoying your time off. Well deserved. With some good friends. And be safe. Okay, more to come. Boy, I wanted to capture this. I just powered up this hill, probably 1,000, maybe as much as 1,200 elevation gain, and probably for the first time I didn't stop. I may have slowed down a little bit here or there, but I didn't stop. Short strides using my poles, arms, and just kept chugging away. And I'm proud of myself for keep going and not stopping, and getting into a rhythm and being able to maintain that rhythm. I'm not sure how long. Yeah, I don't know how long it took me, but what I'm proud of is I didn't stop. And these hills, they're probably not surprising, twists and turns, up switchbacks, and you think you're at the top, and then you turn and there's more top to go. And mentally you have to be ready for that, because it can be depressing when you turn a corner and just see a lot more trees and a lot more hill to climb. So again, I'm proud of myself. Take accomplishments where you can. Well, I decided to kind of wait out a thunder shower here under an evergreen tree. I'm not sure it's a great idea or not, I'll give it a few more minutes and then I'll trudge along here. Just arrived at the shelter. I think it's called Lookout Point, and you can see it's kind of a cabin, and I think I'm gonna have to climb up there to get any kind of view. All right, here's the view. Lookout Point, something like that. Okay, almost 360. Not really sure what I'm looking at, except a lot of big hills. All right, here we are, day 61, June 29th. Now heading out of the, I think it's called the Lookout, where we stayed last night. There probably were 20 people in that cabin. There was a loft in there. It's pretty noisy. I had some earplugs. I should have used them, but I didn't sleep particularly well, and somewhat of a late start here this morning. It started probably about 8 o'clock. Target for today is 15 miles to another shelter. That puts us 14 miles away from, I think it's Hanover, where Dartmouth is. So we're getting close to New Hampshire. Had my Subway sandwich last night. Had some peanut butter and nuts this morning on a tortilla. That was pretty good. There is we're hitting a road crossing at about 12 miles in to a market. About 0.2 miles to a market, which supposedly has ice cream and a few other things. So I'm thinking very seriously of taking that little detour sometime this afternoon. Okay, otherwise all good. Off we go. More to come. Well, I made it to the, I think it's the 12-mile mark, and to Cloudland Farm Market, and gonna go in, enjoy maybe some root beer, maybe some ice cream. I see there's already a couple other hikers here, so this is a good break. Well, welcome to Vermont products, including some ice cream. I'm gonna try the root beer. Yep, there's the ice cream. All kinds of meats. Oh, I wish I could grill something up, but it seems like a really nice place. Well, that was a great stop. 3 root beers, and a pint of chocolate ice cream after. That was still a little too much, I think. But about 2.5 miles to go now to the shelter. Okay, so I'm headed to the Thistle Shelter, and it is forecast to rain tonight, at least I saw for Rutland. So I'll probably stay in the shelter. I'd prefer to be in a tent. It's just quieter, and oddly I find it a little more comfortable. But we'll see. And tomorrow we hope to stay at a place. I got a list of trail angels from the Green Mountain Hostel that are willing to put people up in their homes, you know, for a night or two near Hanover. So we're going to call that list, see if we can get in tomorrow night, Friday night, and see if we can spend a day off the trail, dry, warm. That'd be great.